Hey, how's it going? It's Flow with the Go. It's your boy, Raul Cesar. And for this video, what a particular issue that I want to address is the topic of trauma, the topic of releasing repressed memories and doing deep diving into your own shadow, facing your own pain, facing your traumas, facing your past experiences and coming to terms with them. My personal story is that I experienced intense amounts of betrayal and abandonment trauma as a kid, and humiliation trauma as a kid. I won't get into any specific, super gritty details, but it happened. What that caused is, essentially an extreme level of fear and paranoia and distrust of other people, which in reality was a projection of my own feeling towards myself. So over time, you know, even though deep down within I still had that yearning to heal, that yearning to grow and to expand, it was always, you know, something that was like the most difficult thing to face was, diving into the root of your pain, diving into the causes of, your issues. And what I want to share is basically some, over time, developed a kind of a set of techniques, set of practices, so to speak, that, help me to get better. And one of them was essentially I learned about what's called the emotional freedom technique. You have what are called meridians, energy points. This is according to Chinese medicine. Throughout your whole body in reality, but on your face, they're located right here, underneath your nose, right here on your chin, right here, right on your breastplate, where the little hole is, that little soft spot right underneath there. And I mentioned your third eye, and it worked for me. You can, there's supposed practices that you can do to, make affirmations when you're feeling it, when you're in a heightened state. You can tap, and it's worked for me. Where you kind of like calm down and you basically, transmute. I guess is the word that I want to say. You transmute that heightened emotion. Another one is what I would recommend for some of you who may still have a lot of issues is what are called trauma release exercises, meaning that I might maybe in another video I'll get up and show, but you have these sets of muscles right here, right? And the idea is that, when you experience trauma, when you experience shock, what's your natural reaction to do? You ball up, you curl up, you tense up, and you protect your internal organs, right? Well, imagine having repeated traumas as a kid or minor traumas repeated time after time and getting those traumas triggered time after time throughout, media, through just social cues that trigger that. We all experience that. And one of the techniques that I learned for you to release is essentially to basically do wall sits. I don't have really the great space. Probably didn't choose the best spot, but You basically just do this for a while. You hold on until your legs get trembly, shaky. You do the wall sits, I guess. I don't know what they're called. I don't know what the exercise is called. And then you essentially lay down on the floor and you just lift like this. And the whole point of the exercise is once you sit on your back, you lay on your back and you lift your hips, you have your feet apart, and if you've done the previous exercise, your muscles are already tense and you're gonna start shaking. You're gonna start shaking. Essentially what'll happen is that muscle group will release the pent up energy that is inside of it. And I've seen videos and I've seen people testimonies that it's helped them, release a lot of. People start crying, people start laughing hysterically. That's one of the. Even if you guys would like to explore into that, trauma release exercise. And another one is obviously pranayama breathing, and you breathe through your diaphragm, and that's one of the main. I guess the most important thing before, if you want to get anything, set in control of your life, control your breathing first. Breathe. Expand through your, breathe through, expand your diaphragm. Take deep breaths. Make sure that it's always coming from your abdominal area. It's helped me. Isn't it fucked up? We actually have to learn how to breathe right in our society. So I just wanted to make a quick video to help guys, help you guys, if you're facing issues, if you still facing pain, or if you're facing you still have traumatic things to deal with, try those 3 things, breathe. Dive into your fears, dive into your emotional stress, dive into it, face it. It's really important. That's what I did. I discovered different modalities, and I'll get more into different healing modalities later on as I progress. But I just needed a quick idea for a video. So those 3 things: emotional freedom technique, trauma release exercises. You can look stuff up on YouTube. And pranayama breathing, and allowing those painful memories, that trauma, dive into it. Breathe into it. Control your breathing, and you'll see what comes up. And be very aware of the subtle body fluctuations, subtle. I don't know how you would describe it, but it's that emotional. You fear that emotional fear, or that worry, that anxiety starts coming up. Breathe into it. Breathe into it, and ask why. What's this? What is this? What is this? Don't be afraid. It took a long time for me to not become afraid of facing my own shadow, but yeah, it's just a quick video for you guys. Hopefully that helped. If you have any more ideas on how to heal, or if you're interested in learning more about, what kind of, what is really your issue and what you really need to face, and, just let me know, so I can, hopefully, figure out a way to address it, and, maybe I might learn something from it too. So good talking to you. This is Flow with the Go, Raul Cesar. Talk to you later.